All right. Happy Saturday to everybody. And we are going to start the weekend right with some South Park. That's something different, right? Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Right. What's up, peoples? What's up, Ben? Kind of cereal goes best with cartoons. I don't know. It depends on the person and the cereal eater. What's up, Phil? Happy Saturday. I'll watch some South Park. It's not unusual. It's kind of like a usual Saturday for me. So now we're just televising it. I put the link for the first episode, that Look Movie link, if anyone wants to hang out and watch along. So we're gonna watch Good Times with Weapons when Butters gets ninja starred in the face. Awesome way to start. Anything with Butters is great. How's everybody's Saturday so far? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm doing it Saturday morning style. It's never been a Saturday morning cartoon. Now it has. Now it will be. Yeah, I used to have a lot of the seasons, the first 8 or 9 maybe, on DVD. And then everything just became digital, and you were able to stream the episodes everywhere, and I just stopped buying the DVDs. I was watching City Sushi a few minutes ago with the multiple personalities with Butters. That's one of the funniest episodes. That shit's so funny. Like, oh, the Japanese dog. Is also on HBO Max for people who have Max. They have the whole series. Oh yeah, this episode has the ridiculous Japanese animated song about protecting his balls and shit. Every episode of the show is just classic. I'm gonna wait like a minute or two, and if anyone's watching along, I will do a countdown. People come in, they can hop on wherever we are. Yeah, no, that'll go protect my balls. Less fighting, love. That's it. That's what it is. Yeah, it's so funny. I totally forgot that when I picked that episode. Sweet. I know Zodiac, when he's awake and sees, he'll hop in. All right, I'm gonna do a 3-2-1er, and we'll go because we got like 4. Maybe I'll fit a 5th episode somewhere. We'll see. So 3, 2, 1. Good Times with Weapons. The show just proves that you can have good times with weapons. I'm not too worried about the sound and shit because you can watch pretty much like free episodes of the show on YouTube. The Goth Kids, that's like the only episodes that aren't fantastic for me. Still fun. I think they've grown on me over time. So they pull the whole, the whole. Our parents just died, and you're asking us we need parents to buy these weapons. That's funny. Yeah, they grew on me over time. Like the first like few episodes when it was just them, like their own stories for the episode, I was like, eh. But then over time, after like a few episodes, solo episodes with the Goth Kids, then you know what, they're a lot more fun than I gave them credit for. Well, one of each of these ninja weapons. Parents. Carvet's too funny. Yeah, the games are great. Those are so much fun. They really nailed the whole feeling of a South Park game, like with both of those. Feels like 18, 20 hour long episodes. Kenny's pulling the strings on his jacket on his hood. He's crying. That's funny. That's the 12th time that worked. I wonder what they bought the 11 other previous times. Because they didn't buy ninja weapons, I'm sure. They wouldn't be this excited about them. Deadly but compassionate ninja Kyle is. Bullrug. That's Hartman's name. They don't kill Kenny anymore. I remember when the show first started, when that was just like the running gag of the show, and everyone was just excited for another Kenny death. They don't do it to him anymore, really. Very rare occasion. This is why Jews can't be ninjas. Carmen's whole obsession with Mel Gibson because he hates Jews. That's too funny. This is like a big episode when this episode came out because the animation really, they really took it to a different level with the animation here, with the Japanese animation. You bastards! They killed Kenny. I used to have a Kenny like doll that the head was like velcroed on with like a string, so it was like you can decapitate him when you want, and it had like his face look all dead and stuff. I wish I still had that. That was like an old, like early on collectible from South Park. Butters wouldn't make a very good ninja. Butters is so great. What an excellently written character. And how he casually just talking to himself. Hi, Butters, to his mom. Hi, Mom. And then he just keeps talking. That's funny. Professor Chaos. It's just a pie randomly on a chilling on the table there in their room, in their living room. Why? Oh, that's right. Okay, they addressed it. That's good. That's right. She brings the pie over because even Professor Chaos has, yeah, he has respect for authority. just like Cartman. That's awesome. You saw the shirt, right? I used to have I think I used to have, yeah, the stuffed animal of just like the Kenny one, but there was a Cartman one with the shades and the Respect My Authority fucking the outfit. I think I won them like young in Wildwood in Jersey Shore, like with the summer or two after the show came out, and it was really big, and like every amusement park you went to on the dock in Jersey Shore was like South Park stuff, like right around like 99 maybe, like when the movie was coming out. I forgot I have ads on HBO, but whatever, they're short. I love how big Cartman looks as a ninja, which he should look just like that. He keeps making up powers. I can see into the future, but better than Kyle. I have the power of all the powers I want. Professor Chaos looks pretty cool as a ninja. I love how they don't even know it's Butters. I'll send Ball. I'll send Ball to say thank you. I love how they don't even know it's Butters at first. They say, Craig, is that you? Because he's blonde. He's the only other blonde kid. I think I like this episode so much is because it's really like one of those great episodes of the kids just being kids and just having fun playing ninja and just playing pretend. And then just the tragedy goes wrong. I'll take the waxed. Waxed works. Wax work. Like the movie. Waxed works. All right, dickhole. Cartman is the funniest lingo. Kyle to a chicken. No, now you were a chicken. It's so stupid. That's what I say when half of the show is I watch it. I just that's so fucking stupid, but it's brilliant at the same time. Oh, here's when Butters is about to get it right in the fucking eye, man. I can't imagine being a kid at 9, 10 years old. Now you got to explain why your friend has a ninja star in his eye. They do a good job, like having them freak out. But then you can't wax or not wax the dick hole, so the ball would be probably better. The wax ball, let's go with. We'll save the dick hole for another event. Oh, Butters is freaking out. He's too funny. That Cartman says holds a meeting. Meeting? Oh yeah, guys. He's crying so bad. Kyle actually agrees with Cartman. Dude, that thing has got to be wedging his eye so bad and like real deep because he's using like metal pliers to pull them out of his face and he's not getting anywhere. Man, they really hurt this kid. They really hurt this kid. Butters, I'm getting woozy. Yeah, right. And he just tripped, fell, and landed on a ninja star head first. The whole plot they have here is brilliant. We make him up to look like a dog, and we bring him to the almost blind old veterinarian. That's such a great idea. And the next scene, they cut, and they're making him up like a dog. He actually looks like a pretty convincing dog. I love how they're shaving Stan's dog's hair to put on him. That's too funny. They're making him bark. Poor Butters, yeah. This is probably some of the worst treatment he gets in a long, like all of his episodes. Yeah, it's been a while. That's why I picked this as one of them, because it's been a while since I've seen this one. But man, he goes through the gamut in this in this episode. I love how they got weapons too when they say that their parents are dead too. They have like the same friggin' scam. They've all been using the same parents are dead excuse. HumanCentIpad is up there, which is the last one we'll be watching. That's one of my favorites for sure. The one I was just watching before I started this, the City Sushi one with Butters with the multiple personality. That's another one that's just hysterical. There's really not a bad episode of this whole show. In the 20 something, 26, 27 years it's been on that I've been watching it. It's not really a bad episode that I can think of off the top of my head that doesn't have at least one or two or three just gags that are hysterical in it. Here's the song. Super Except it's nothing like that. Last fighting alive. Dude, his Japanese, Trey's Japanese. His Japanese imitation every time. So funny. Every time Trey pretends to be Japanese in the show. It's so funny. Butters just sneaks away as a dog. And then they tell the rest of them, they're like, yo, you stabbed him in the eye, we're out. You guys are in trouble, we're out. Yeah, with the psycho ending. That's such a great one. He's pretending to. Yeah, that's a great one too. He really sells it in that episode when they're killing his toys. His voice acting is great in that, like Trace because Carmen, because he really sounds like his life is being wrecked and destroyed. That's a great episode, and it really wasn't him. As what the hell is it? Skanky slut something. Kyle's dad. It wasn't him. It wasn't Carmen. And he really sells it. I love how Chef just appears. You can put somebody's eye out. Thank you, Chef. We know. And then that's right. Butters wanders into the hospital here, and then they think it's a dog. They start treating him like a dog, saying, "Well, it's not a human being." That's too funny. He says, "Unfortunately for this little fella, I'm a people doctor. So he can't help get this thing out of this dog's eye. Well, it's not a dog." Yeah, it was a cool twist. Like, all of that is great. And then, Clyde Frog, Clyde Frog, and little oh, what the hell's her name? The little girl one, his little girl doll, little Bo Peep or something like that, something like that. He has the best toys. Clyde Frog, you gotta love Clyde Frog. And it all takes place in the end, in like Token's mansion and shit, like where they reveal it all. Yeah, it's a fun episode. I love how they give a recap of the episode of the episode here when it comes back. Last fighting love. Oh, it's Mrs. Prissy Pants or something, right? It's something Prissy Pants, like a little Miss Prissy Pants or a little Miss Prissy Pants, something like that. That's her name. I paid $20 for these things. That's funny. Kyle can't drop the nunchucks because he paid for them because he's a Jew. Polly Prissy Pants. That's what it is. It's Polly Prissy. I'm like 99% sure it's Polly Prissy Pants, which is a great name too. Clyde Frog and Polly Prissy Pants are your toys. That's funny as hell. How he's at the animal shelter. These people took the friggin' these people at the hospital. The doctor. He's they if you think of what goes on behind the scenes here, like behind the absurdity, they took this kid who they didn't know was a dog, and they took the time to send him to the vet. And they could have just taken this thing out of his eye. None of it makes sense. It's so funny. I love that. Hold on, let's see if this works. Because I just got something and I want to run and get a cigarette at the gas station. Let's see if I can invite myself to the stream. So then on the phone, so then I can run out quick. What up, Johnny? Not a South Park fan, but a JT Channel fan. Thanks, brother. Have a good Saturday. You too, man. I'll have some a video or two out later. Probably on the winner of that poll, the Killer Mannequin movie, Don't Look Away. Tomorrow, Sinister and Sinister 2. Yeah, then their whole plan backfires about the guy said, "I thought your parents were dead." All right, let's see if this works. His powers. This is great. I totally forget the ending to this. Is he uses his invisibility powers, and then he starts walking naked across the stage, and everyone's staring at this naked kid. Oh, that's such a great ending. They're doing like an auction. That's such a great ending. Cartman, the way he's tiptoeing. Oh, that's too funny. That is so funny. It's not even, you can't even put it in words how funny that is. He looks so funny. And then he realizes, he just stares at the crowd. And the way they animate his little dick on there, that's too funny. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I just emailed the stream link to myself to my phone, so that way I can leave this running and run to the gas station quick to grab 6, so I could take the stream with me. Let's see if that works. Something has to change. It's the times we living in. Got a million things. All right. Well, since this episode's about to end, I will start the next one, and I'll just run out real fast because I gotta get to the friggin' protect your balls. There's your balls, JT. Yes, they are there. Second episode. I forget what did I pick for the second one. I think it's I pinned it here. Where the hell is it? HumanCentIpad is last, since that's a favorite. Hey, let's go. It's so ridiculous. Like the way they come up with this shit is just unreal. Last fighting alive. All right, so the next episode is season 10, episode 10. Oh, this is another great Cartman one. Hey, what's up, Mr. Bones? Good to see you, buddy. Balls. To collect my ball. Not collect. It's not collect my balls. It's protect my balls. Season 10, episode 10 is the next one. Go God Go, where Cartman freezes himself to get the new Nintendo PSP and ends up freezing himself into the future. So I'll do a little countdown for that. Phil, let me know when you're ready. I'm running to the gas station quick. Well, that took a lot longer than I expected it to. All right, what God go, God go, go, right? Go, God, go. That's the episode. How's everything, Jamie? Yes, Sig's not a pizza. We've had a pizza. All good. Yeah, I just got a few things that fell into my lap in the last few minutes. Episode 10, season 10. So everybody who's watching read on that. Carmen gets frozen in the future. I'm going to do a countdown. Let me know if you're ready, Phil. Where on here or on Twitter, Phil? If Twitter, no, because I haven't checked it. But I shall. Ready? Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, go. They really capture it well in this episode about waiting for something and not being able to wait for something to release. Because the way they have Cartman in this, he cannot wait for his PSP. EV games. Oh, it's the Wii. That's what it is. And it's not the PSP. The Nintendo Wii. I know, right? All for a Wii. It's like waiting for Christmas times 1,000. Evolution. Oh, this episode with scissoring, I think, isn't it? With scissor. I'm pretty sure it is. They don't want to hear about evolution. Oh, what's up, Zodiac? I didn't see it. No, that's fine. What are you making? Oh, this is what he says. Like we're all the descendants of tree frogs having sex with an ape or something like that. It's so funny. Ooh, biscuits, gravy, and sausage. Mutant fish heads. Retard frog squirrel. The way he just so nonchalantly describes evolution like this is so funny. And that made you. That's it. You're the retarded offspring of 5 monkeys having butt sex with a tree squirrel. He says, I knew that would happen. Carbon yells and runs out. What is everybody's favorite South Park character? I know it's usually between, for most people, Cartman, Randy, Butters. That's usually the runners up. butt sex with a treat squirrel or whatever the hell it is. Oh yeah, absolutely. Have that ready before vanilla paste. That's such a great episode. Yeah, Randy's probably number 2 for me, next to Cartman. I mean, Randy's the way they developed his character over the years is unreal. Like he's been on some journey. Yeah, Cartman cannot wait. 3 weeks. That's all he has to wait. Cartman cannot wait 3 weeks for a Wii. Which once he got the Wii, I'm pretty sure he'd feel a little like he went overboard trying to get this thing because the Wii wasn't like too great. Good thing he wasn't waiting for the Wii U because that system like pretty much bombed. Yeah, Cartman is my favorite. He's my favorite kid. Randy's my favorite adult. Then Butters would have to be right after that. Mr. Garrison, though, or Mrs. Garrison, whatever you want to call him, is such a great character with another great arc that Garrison's had through the whole show. Yeah, exactly, Ben. He's like the Homer. Yeah, once they started making it more about him and he started getting his own crazy episodes, like when he was with the Bloody Mary, when he sees the statue of Mary bleeding from the ass and thinks it's a miracle and he becomes an alcoholic, or he is an alcoholic, but thinks that that's the cure. Like all those like early episodes that Randy got his own storylines. That's where you started to see him shine. Oh, Mr. Slave. Yeah, he's great too. Mr. Slave. The whole Lemmy Winks, that's one we got to do next weekend or the weekend after that. Lemmy Winks is just that is a classic episode. Get that the fishing of the stomach soul. The whole Britney is no, it's Paris Hilton, right? The slut off between Paris Hilton and Mr. Slave. That's hysterical. And he consumes Paris Hilton up his ass at the end of it. That's so ridiculous. And now he has this guy in there, Richard Dawson, I think his name in this. Supposed to be Darwin. Well, you're a faggot. Continue, he says. It's scientific. I love he says, you see monkeys, they crap in their hand and throw it at people. What year did this episode? Season 10? So that was 97 was the first season. So 2007-ish? This was around the time that like atheism was starting to get bigger and bigger and more popular. Is it private parts? This woman is very opinionated. She cares about her students. And then she understands. It lets him off. It says, all right, but no more throwing of feces. Understood. Favorite episode or collection? Yeah, the Black Friday trilogy. That's going to be on one of these early uh, episode watches of these. I was going to actually make it for this first one. I was going to make 3 of them. But I said, I don't want to start off with so many episodes that are just absolute classics. So that's definitely one. The Woodland Critter Christmas is another favorite of mine. That'll be coming soon. Christmas time is once a year. Every kid holds it dear. They're giving the abortions. They teach the little leopard cubs how to give abortions. Oh, that's such a funny episode. Imagination One, yeah, is another just classic one. I love the little gag that reoccurs throughout that whole 3 episodes. When every time someone breaks into the Pentagon or wherever the government is there with the time portal to Imagination Land, they say like, "Sir, this disruption, like breach, is coming from Sector 2," and they got Sector 2, and then like Cartman crashes through the glass. It happens a few times throughout those 3 episodes. That's so funny. The one with the Shining with Blockbuster with Randy, that's a funny Halloween episode. The older episode, the Corn mystery, they're like Scooby Doo, but they're Corn the band. That's a great one too. Ghost Pirates. Yeah, the Blockbuster one. That one is great. Randy just will not give up on Blockbuster, man. And poor Butters again, man. Like he puts so much on this kid. He actually thinks that he killed Cartman by freezing him like this. Yeah, dude. Every like guest, like character or side character, like the slapping guy from the High School Musical episode, the slappity, slappity, slappy, slappy. That dude is hysterical. That guy is so funny. And like he sneaks up behind the CPS people when they come to like check on the house. He goes like, "Woo-hoo," and he turns around. He goes, smacks her right in the face. Oh, that's so funny. Slapping, you're slapping because you're disrespecting me. Oh, that's so funny. I mean, how many times has Garrison went back between male and female in this show? A few times. Because I remember the episode Eek Penis, when his penis gets loose on the friggin' mouse's back. That's so funny. Oh, yeah, Mecha Streisand. That's another great one. The Warcraft one, Ben, that's a great one. That one, I think, was nominated for or won an award for that episode. And I've never been a Warcraft player or anything, but I had friends that were big into it, and they nailed the look of it. They nailed all the animation in that one. Kind of similar to the one we just watched with the Good Times with Weapons, with nailing the whole Japanese manga animation look. Same thing with the Warcraft. This is so funny with him getting fucked, Garrison by this guy. Yeah, I'm a monkey. Pound my monkey veg. So yeah, that's another like early episode of Randy hijinks that then we got just full on seasons of him growing marijuana. And them bouncing on the bowls, on their bowls, is absolutely hysterical. That crazy music. Oh, that's right. In this episode, there's like a warring faction of atheists between like a bunch of beavers and then like the others who like and they all have like different names, but they're both atheist groups and they can't see eye to eye. Day 2, day 3, day 5, 7, 8, 9. A lot of days. Yeah, just trying to get a little bit more cancer, Stan. Year 2,300, 2,400, 2,546. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I remember all the music from most of these episodes too. Let me say this: Trey Parker. I mean, he writes most of the music for the show. he's a great musician. Like he every song for this show is golden. I can't think of a bad song in this show, and he's written, like I said, most of it. I love the little thing that they're cleaning him off. The little thing, like just like pets his balls. I guess I don't know what it's doing. It's funny as hell though. Yeah. Basketball is great. Orgasmo, I think I only saw when it came out and never saw it again. I don't remember that one much. But basketball is great. I haven't seen that in a while too, but I'm more familiar with it. And fucking Team America is just a classic. Imagine he's waited all this time for the Nintendo Wii. It's 500 years in the future. The first thing he says when he finds out he's in the future, just like Jason and Jason X, his response is, "God damn it, Butters." He just hates on Butters immediately for messing up. Primitive. They call the Wii primitive, and it gets him mad. They don't play video games in their time. That sounds like a very depressing time. No. His when he screams no, which he does in a lot of episodes, I die every time. No. And now Garrison's completely down with evolution and everything. Oh, this is when he mentions the big the spaghetti monster. A flying spaghetti monster, he says. Stan says I wasn't talking about spaghetti. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. The dunce cap with "I have faith" on it. That's great. To be so moved about religion. Dude, when Garrison gets all like sexual, it's hilarious. Oh, this is when we see his nasty tits. You're the smartest man on earth, Dick. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be Sinister Sunday. I'll have videos out for both Sinister films, which actually I'm excited about. Like I said, I enjoyed them a decent amount, more than I ever have. A little Professor Chaos's little minion here. Second episode in a row to have Professor Chaos. Because, yeah, we had him in the last one with the animated Professor Chaos. Oh, that's right. Then this little dude brings him to the where Cartman, where he buried in the ice. He's like, "You left him out here?" Yeah, that's the very first episode, and then they went back to it like seasons later for I think it was the Earth is a show, and it gets canceled. Right? It's like Earth is a TV reality show for space, and they end up canceling it. Oh, I agree with that any day, Zodiac. Absolutely, world's better. I did not like the Black Phone much. Ethan Hawke, even in that movie, in the Black Phone, is the creepy ass killer dude. Didn't really do it for me. He's very hit or miss, Ethan Hawke, for me. But in Sinister, he does a great job. Like I just did a poll on Sidney Lumet's movies. His last movie, and I was surprised to see so much love for his last movie before he died. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead with Philip Seymour Hoffman, the great late Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Ethan Hawke. He's phenomenal in that movie. He's great in a lot of movies, but Black Phone wasn't one of them for me. This is terrible. 500 years of the future. They located him a Nintendo Wii. Oh yeah, then he doesn't have the plugs, or the TV doesn't have the plugs to plug it in. That's too funny. That's how I felt. I was so bored during that movie. I mean, that movie got a lot of hype. For I don't get it. Yeah, that's a great one too. When he has the pretends of the psychic powers. Oh, and the whole scene in that one with the hand, where because the killer cuts off the left hand, and then they walk into the guy's house, Buffalo Bill style. They're like, "Wait, no, wait a minute. These were all right hands. We got the wrong guy. All right, let's go, guys." That cop is the detective Yates. He's a great later character too. Do you see? This is me at the botanical gardens. Do you see? Great episode. And that's the one where Mrs. Crabtree dies and is murdered by the killer, the old bus driver woman who used to creep me out as a kid, like in the early seasons. There's that old early episode with them on the bus, and there's like a monster that tries getting on. It kills Kenny. That used to creep me out. But that's and I love how they reference that too in that episode. Say, yeah, Mrs. Crabtree. She's like a ancillary character that had nothing to do with anything, and now she's gone. That's funny. There's always heads exploding in this show for some reason. Their hats are hilarious too. I'm just a little boy from the past who wants to play Nintendo Wii. Yeah, that's right. They're all beavers. It's other allegiance. So what is the United Atheist League and one's the United Atheist Alliance? And they just can't see eye to eye. The sea otters. That's right. They're otters, not beavers. Yeah, yeah, that's a great one too. There's so many good Cartman like centric episodes. The one with and Butters and Cartman, like that's like the best like episodes. Is the ones with Butters and Cartman. Awesomeo, the robot. That's a classic. Oh, that's right. This is a double parter. All right, so we'll go into the second half of this. I forgot this is a two parter. And they say it again. You're the retarded offspring. Five frogs having sex with a fish squirrel. Hey, what up, Joe? How you doing, buddy? Not much. Just watching some South Park in the morning, Saturday morning cartoon style. How's your Saturday? Started off. I always forget this episode's a two-parter. This is a good, very good two-parter. Yeah, this like because the more we just keep mentioning episodes, the more it just makes you realize that there's just like no bad episodes, and this whole the whole show's 26, 27 years. I can't think of one. Even like I don't watch the first 4 or 5 seasons, maybe like the first four. I very rarely watch them, aside from a few episodes, just because I mean I liked it at the time, and when it was premiering, it was just so new. But even Trey and Matt say that they can't watch the first 4 seasons, and that the show really starts at the fifth season for them because the animation's so crude, and even the humor is a lot more juvenile. Like the fifth season's where they pretty much hit their stride with like the just phenomenal writing and all the social commentary, making fun of everything. And that's the season that Butters got his own episode. Good to hear, buddy. I'm glad you're all right and everything with the storm warning the other day. Thanks for letting us know that you're all right. I like scary. Tell me you love some Daniel. We all love Danielle Harris. Eric Cartman, 2546. You would think that Cartman, with his personality, is just narcissistic, sociopathic, psychotic personality, that he would be like overlord of like the world, like in the future here. That he just like instantly, very swiftly become like the overlord and run things in the future. Bigger, Longer, Uncut came maybe season 2 or 3 or so. Bigger, Longer, Uncut was 99, and the show premiered in 97, right? So 2, 3 seasons in. That was the first time we saw Kenny's unmasked face and heard his voice, which we have seen a few times since. The Michael Jackson episode, Mr. Jefferson, that's a classic. Gonna finger bang bang you into my life. Yeah, South Park, Joe. I've been watching since it first premiered. I remember I snuck the premiere at my great aunt's house, who used to babysit my sister and I when my parents would like go to Manhattan for a night out or something, and everyone, the buzz for that show was everywhere before the premiere. And I remember sneaking it at 11 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock on Comedy Central the night it premiered. I've been watching it ever since, which I can't believe the show was 26, 27 years old. The museum they're at is Games of Our Ancestors. That's great. I love how they call him Time Child, too. That's great. Time Child. And they say science damn you instead of God in this because they're all atheists in the future. I know why I confuse them with beavers, the otters, because there's that episode where they destroy the beaver dam, Cartman and Stan, which is a great one too. I remember that one. I played it too. I don't remember much of it, and I didn't play a lot of it because I think that first they had a few games across over the years, but until they made Stick of Truth, that was like the the South Park game when that came out. I don't know, buddy. I hope so. I never heard back from Danielle, but she's a bigger name, so it takes time. Yeah, I don't know with the little pale girl. I talked to her mom like the end of last year, but then they had convention season and things got busy, so I'll reach back out soon. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, you can piss on snowballs and stuff. There was a Scott Tenorman game also based on just that episode, which is a classic episode. That's one we got to throw on the roster. Scott Tenorman must die. That's my boss K2. He is the robot that keeps changing. Yeah, there's a few games, Joe. There's a few older games for PlayStation 1 that they mentioned, and then there's two newer ones on the newer systems, the Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole, which are both fantastic and are pretty much like long episodes. Praise science. I love the hats that some of them wear. It's like a big, I don't know, like a douche cap or something. Yeah, it was great. I didn't finish it. I stopped at the last boss because it's hard as shit actually. So I stopped at the last boss, but I played all of it besides that. It's such a fun one. Of course, Joe. I always love having you. Yeah, it's Stick of Truth. I don't know which one I like better, Stick of Truth or Fractured, but both of them are absolutely hysterical. Oh yeah, they got the crank prank time phone in this. You can call the past. Yeah, you're supposed to like not do that, like theoretically, if you time travel, because then like it's like the butterfly effect, right? Like you can like mess up everything, like change timelines and shit just by interfering. And end your existence. Camp Dread. That sounds familiar. I don't know if I saw that, but it sounds familiar. I never played the DLCs. I have to still for Butthole. That's the only stuff I didn't play besides the last boss. Because I know there's the horror one that like takes place at the camp. That one always seemed fun. Which your cats won last night and second tournament they suck last night. Ah, that sucks, man. Then we got Tuesday. We have CJ Graham, Jason making his appearance finally. I love this little robot dog that he has. And it turns into a cat because he starts using the time phone. It starts changing like everything. Oh, do you? You get the goth girl as a follower? Zodiac, that's funny. That's great. I'm sorry, Eric. Rock, rock. You're gonna have to Craig Cole people in the present because he can't sell it to them. Gotta change that tourist trap, dude. I heard that you get a final girl class. That's cool. That's a cool idea. Can you watch Daniel Harris from The Woman Who Loves Elvis? I really love her in that TV movie. It's on YouTube, or you can buy it. Definitely ain't buying it. DVD. All these crank calls they are hysterical. Makes me think of like The Simpsons back when it was good, with all the prank calls to Mo. Like Seymour Butts. Is there a Seymour Butts around here? And Cartman has to call Butters. After this one, we got a fun Kenny episode. I know she's yours, Joe. I mean, she's nowhere near my favorite actress, but she's fun. She's good in a lot of things. It would definitely be good to talk with her someday. Hopefully, we can get Felissa Rose on because I talked to her briefly before I had Parry Shen on, which she worked with in that movie. And she said when she gets back from London that maybe we can set something up. Now I know she's in Vegas for the weekend at some convention that she's in the full prosthetics from the end of Sleepaway Camp, like with the dick and everything. She put a picture of it on Instagram. That's cool that she's doing the whole ending scene recreation. My favorite urban. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I don't care for that movie. It's better than a lot of the other post Scream slashers. Yeah, that's right. You're going to Scarefest in October. Yeah, I'm going to go to the New Jersey Horror Con, which Felissa Rose will be at. Adam Green is going to be at. Alex Vincent is going to be at. I talked to him. I told him I'm going to be there. He's like, "Yo, let me know when you're here." I'm not waiting on that line. You kidding? I had him on. You can welcome me. Yeah, I know. Halloween 4 is great. But that'll be awesome when you meet her. That's you should stream from. That's what I'm gonna do at the New Jersey Con. You should do a stream, Joe, when you're at the Scarefest in October, because people like seeing stuff, streams and stuff like that from conventions. So you should definitely do like a live stream from there. Show around, show the lines and people and what's going on there. People like videos like that. Who the fuck is this? Dude, I get such weird requests on especially Twitter. But I got a request from the Naked Horror, and it's just some naked dude. Fucking get the fuck out of here! I'm following him back. Unless he happens to see this Naked Horror guy, you're cool. Not cool enough to follow back though. No, we got on the news feed. We got Barbara Crampton saying hello to everybody. Anyone who is on Instagram and has seen and follows Barbara Crampton, she has a great little in the garden with Barbara little mini show that she does every now and then. I gotta check after this. Do they? I'm sure. I'm sure they do, Joe. I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm almost positive that they have Wi-Fi there. Yeah, I don't know. Some naked dude, fucking naked hard. But like on Twitter, it's the worst because Twitter there's like 4 or 5 times a week, even more so that I get follows from, and it's always the most obvious sex bots and spam bots that they all use the same language. They all message you, and you can always tell because it's always a woman account, and they always have like less than 100 followers, like they just started an account. And then they message you as soon as you follow them and say, "Oh, JT's." They don't even use like a name; they use your full whatever the name is. So, "Oh, JT's Horror Discussions." Like you were so lucky and great to like follow me back. It's so stupid, and I get them all the time. So I just don't follow them back. Now you can just tell it's like a game. Got an alien to space movie called Life with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds. All right, I gotta check it out. I don't think I definitely never saw it. I do like both of them though. Yeah, that happens. It happens more and more. It's annoying. It really is. JT, have you seen Daniel Hyer's behind the scenes of Halloween 5? I don't think I ever saw it behind the scenes for 5, since 5 is not a favorite of mine. 5 is. It has. I have nostalgia for it for sure, but over the years, it kind of just showed how bad of a movie that movie is. Yeah, I know. I muted it for a sec. Next, yeah. Yeah, I definitely never saw it. It doesn't even sound familiar, so I probably never saw it. No, I was actually for a second, Joe. You were right. Putting it up there with Alien. All right, I gotta. Now I'm more intrigued. This Alien is a masterpiece. Talk to my robot dog. He says. I don't know why, of all people, he calls Kyle. I mean, he says why. He says because you would not believe me. Like, told my mom I ain't a Tina fan. That's right. Yeah, this is when he's the dog robot changes to a cat, and he says, "I don't notice anything different." Kit Nine. He calls him by his name. Now they call him TC, the Time Child. That's too funny. I'm gonna die in the future without ever playing Nintendo Wii. There's a whole bunch of otters riding ostriches. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. The whole great question that they fight over is what the atheists should call themselves. That's too funny. Now I'm mute. Thank you, Joe. Yes, but that's funny. Smash the post and hit the like button. That's funny. And they're trying to have sex, Garrison and this guy. And Derek Cartman is calling them. Be right back, one sec. And then he just says to this atheist dude, have fun in hell. Garrison is so great. Isn't everyone at war over atheism? I can't get over some of their hats, the pointy ass hats. Yeah, that's a good idea, Joe. That'll be definitely a fun stream. Goodbye, Eric. Now he's a bird robot. He's back. And he's so happy to be back. And he went too far back. He's got months. He had 3 weeks to wait. Now he has 2 months. You sent me back too far. Christina Ricci is great. I've always liked her. Yeah, that's what I remember most from is Casper, and a few other things. Now and Then she was in the Lizzie Borden movie, where I'm pretty sure she played Lizzie Borden, right? I think Cartman calls up, telling him, warning himself, don't just wait the 2 months, and he doesn't believe himself. I always forget that's a two-parter. That's a great one. All right, since that was a two-parter, we'll end it with the HumanCentIpad. Since I forgot that one's a two-parter. So that is season 15, episode 1, the Human Sentai Pad, which is hilarious. This is a favorite episode of mine. Let me know when you guys are ready, and we'll do the counted down thing. His whole scene in Best Buy with his mom in this episode of him saying, give me a courtesy lick, because I'd like to be licked before I've been fucked. Oh, that is just fantastic. Ready? All right, cool. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. HumanCentIpad. This is such a great one. I love how each season they change the intro too. So like all these years later now, you watch the newest episodes, it's just the whole history of the show in the opening. That's all right, Joe. No worries. Never have to apologize for missing the stream. It's so Cartman to glue an glass cover to his iPad cover and pretend he has an iPad. Because you don't have iPads. I love Craig. Craig is such a great, underrated character. Tom Saltzman says you don't really have an iPad and you're faking it. Tom Saltzman as an alcoholic father who drinks and drives. Jason, I think I've seen Jason X. I never heard of Leprechaun. Yeah, it's like the 4th Leprechaun movie, I think. I've never seen past the 3rd one. The way Cartman talks to his mom. This whole gag throughout this episode of Kyle not reading the agreement to iTunes is brilliant too. Nobody reads that thing. You agreed we can do all this. Be right back. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Kyle's dad uses a PC. He's the only one that won't upgrade to Apple. Which I don't blame him. I'm not an Apple fan either. Toshiba Handybook. He gets so livid in this store, in this Best Buy. You can have the Toshiba Handybook or nothing. Me too, buddy. It's always good when you can hop in. And then him just crying afterwards. Sorry. Why'd you go outside to a police officer? Yeah, definitely, man. That's a good idea. Definitely do that. Well, that doesn't make any logical sense, Mommy. Watch it on HBO Max. And they agreed to all of this. They agreed. They all agreed. Oh, that's right. Yes. Happy St. Patty's Day. I can't even read English. Shamrock and Beers. Yeah, of course, man. I mean, she's grown into a hot woman. Yeah. Forgot today was St. Patty's because they've switched. They're having the parade in Manhattan tomorrow, which is weird. Or yesterday or something like that. They didn't have it today, which is strange. Oh yeah, man. She said thank you to everybody who said happy birthday. Thanks again. Steve Jobs. The way that he like pitches this HumanCentIpad in front of people and says they all agreed to do this. Mouth to anus. Human centipede. And part emailing device and part web browser. What a great idea for an episode. I never should have updated iTunes. Yeah, skid mark, Steve Jobs. Look Movie has every episode, Joe. I'll give the link for the one we're watching now. I love how it actually says all these things are due to Kyle in the agreement. Yeah, I haven't watched those movies since they first came out. The second one is very hard to watch. I don't even remember the third one. I just know that he put like a whole prison together. The geniuses. Kenny, the geniuses. And they just won't read no matter what. This thing won't read. You know, can't blame any of them, man. If somebody came up like they tried tricking them in a little bit and say, sign this, we're here to get you out of here. We can sign this so we can like separate you. Nobody's reading that. Of course they're signing it immediately. Are you saying you want out? It's probably low on power. That's why it won't read. It's my poo. Oh, sorry, Kyle. Bean burrito is too too delicious. All of his Japanese imitations, Trey, are just brilliant. Oh no, oh, that's funny. And I love how it just instantly goes through Kyle to her, like instantaneously. He goes on Dr. Phil Cartman. Does she fuck you a lot? I love when one of the people in the crowd says, "You fuck your son, you won't even give him a kiss." Says, if I was gonna fuck my son, I'd kiss him first, and then he gives him a slow kiss. That's funny. They all start booing her. She fucked me on Christmas. She fucked me on my birthday. That's so funny. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, they were very fun ones to do. I wonder if there are geniuses at Apple stores that perform the tour on Ra, whatever it is they do in you. That crazy ritual. And they're just treating it like it's a return. Like, should I just give them store credit or guy's name is Frothgar? All right, Joe. Have a good Saturday. Happy St. Patty's to you too. Also, I'll talk to you soon. He didn't read it. We know it's preposterous. Butters. So just give him store credit. I'd kind of like give up hope if that was the person, the genius that I was with, trying to help get my kid back. I remember, what was it, the 6 Days Till Air documentary that they released when this episode came out, and they show Trey like doing the voice of the Japanese guy and stuff. That's so funny. You see him cracking up after every line. Which would you rather I eat? The cuttlefish and asparagus or vanilla pesto? You gotta say it that way. Vanilla pesto. Very well. Oh, that's hysterical. That cuttlefish and asparagus is not sitting well. I will eat the cuttlefish. That's so funny when he's clearly screaming vanilla paste. Cuttlefish. Cuttlefish about to come out the asshole. Well, it's going to be a lot. But don't worry, he believes in Kyle. So he believes he can handle this. Cuttlefish and asparagus or the vanilla pesto? They're still trying to figure out how to get Kyle back. We got your replacement friend. Get him a replacement friend. The quickening with the Council of Geniuses. I don't know where they come up with all this shit. And the lights shooting out of their mouths. It looks weird with a Best Buy with a green like decor on the outside. The president of Best Buy. Carmen's reaction to getting this present. It sends email and it shits in Kyle's mouth. It promises it learned to read. They retroactively make the agreement invalid. He'll sign up with Apple. He'll do it. He really doesn't want to sign up with Apple, though. Apple purchasing Apple Care. He goes, "Hey, that's mine." Kyle's dad dressed up like the. Can't we slow down with technology? Too late for that. He agrees. This fact Steve Jobs says to him, "All right, little boy, we'll get you out of here. Looks like you won't be eating Japanese food for a while." And he laughs about it. How about a little courtesy lick? And God strikes Cartman down. Absolutely hysterical. That's one of my favorite episodes. So this is fun. This is something different. A way to start the weekend with some nice South Park. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. And yeah, probably video on Don't Look Away on the killer slasher mannequin on that one a little later. But I guess everyone have a great Saturday. I will talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Love you.